Your next stop is Impassive.
Stand clear of the close.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Stand clear of the closing door, please. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. Really appreciate, really appreciate, really appreciate. And at this time, I am going to ask for the first presentation, which of course is mindset. The mindset of mercy. Listen, if you don't have a good mindset, you cannot be successful, you cannot be prosperous, you cannot be positive in life. You need a good mindset for that. Because if you don't have a good mindset, then you're on the other side of the equation. And, at some point, you might even consider suicide because people who don't have the right mindset, that is the direction that they go. Take pills, cut their wrists, hang themselves, jump off of the bridge, jump off out of their 50th floor apartment building, and all those weird things. People with bad mindset, unproductive mindset. It don't take money to have a good mindset. It don't take money to have a positive mindset. It don't take money to have a successful mindset. No, it doesn't. And one of the best way to get a good mindset is looking at your health. And so our mindset lady today, wonderful woman, wonderful person, a person who we have grown to love, respect, and listen to carefully because she wants us to be healthy. And so she's a grandmother of 9. Don't know this little young lady have 9 grandchildren. Didn't say 9 children. I said 9 grandchildren. All right. She's an entrepreneur long before on passive. So it's not something new to her. She's a talk show host, and she's an international talk show host, actually. And just want to thank her for gracing us with her presence once again. And that is none other than Queen Jacqueline Warner. And so, without any further ado, we're going to ask Queen Jacqueline Warner to make her presentation. And after her presentation, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny will take it up from there and go through the question and discussions, etc., etc. So after Queen Jacqueline Warner, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny will take up the question and discussion for the mindset. So over to you, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
To everyone, and most of all, Happy New Year 2025 to all. May God with His blessings shine upon every one of us. And may you have a beautiful year. Like Queen Dr. T stated, is a year of fulfillment. So let's buckle up and do all we need to do to be this year the best year ever. And thank you so much. Allow me to see the platform, and also I thank you for you having this amazing webinar, deep dive, where we empower each other, and most of all, we learn how to have a better mindset. The only way we have mindset if we have a healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy system. So, I'm gonna dive right in. I just want to welcome all that right to Doris that here that show every Tuesday to support us. Thank you so much. I wish all of you, like I said, a happy new year. Let this year be the best year ever. I know it will. It's a big passion for our but she has the opportunity to get it right with you. She think I really thought about it and even the possible. It's an amazing journey of unpassive. So yes, tonight I'm gonna be talking still continuation of how to lose weight effortlessly and keep it off. Let's continue, but the list will end this evening. Hopefully, this week we're going to read on food labels. You know, it's hard to get about it. People being overweight or fat or obese, whatever label they want, but it's not our fault. It was not our fault that some people are weight. It's not our fault that some people are losing weight, but it's all things that we can do to keep it off. We don't taking diet pills and all the misleading ads regarding diet and low carbs and less fat and so forth. All type of sweeteners that cause us to get fat. Food additives they put in the food cause us to get fatter. You know, people need fatter, but so you want to eat it no matter what it's doing to us. We continue, and I think also that a lot of people take it as norm now to be. They call it that uptick. You experience a problem or some sort of stroke problem, and it immediately asks you to lose weight. So just let you know, being overweight is not healthy. And that's why I'm sharing these tips, because these tips will, help us in maintaining our weight and keeping it off, not keep goals of weight today and tomorrow is back. These tips is too much to work. You can't do all of them at one time, of course, but you pick one and you start there. So tonight is a continuation, and I will start with no fast food or chain restaurants. Why? Because these foods are not bad. And the number one, they are full of additives, preservatives. So when you take your hard-earned money, thinking you're going to have good food, restaurants buy their foods in big bulk from the food industry and at the cheapest price. But you it's not the cheapest price. This only aid in making people hungrier and fatter, while the owner's pockets become wealthy with no cars to compete. Next one is no time to those consumer the paper that we see for those who do really it's usually for him he can miss it. Some of them have even gotten smart to put no high fructose corn syrup, and usually high fructose corn syrup exists in almost everything that we buy, from the things we drink, from our dressings that we put on our salads, our barbecue sauce, and so many other things. So you have to be really careful on how you things that you pick. You must read really very well. It's man-made. It's a man-made sweetener, causes people to become fat and addictive to it. Almost all products are made with high fructose corn syrup as a main ingredient. The sweeteners used in foods that are produced naturally includes like organic molasses, organic fruit juice, beans, herbs, the severe herb, and evaporated juice. That's why reading labels is essential, and if you can't pronounce it, don't buy it. Next one is no white sugar or white flour. It is a known fact that white sugar is worse than cocaine. And I know we have heard that. Some of us tonight your hair. In other words, white sugar is very addictive, while white flour is bleached and stripped of its fiber. So white flour has no nutritional value, and neither does white sugar. And so some of the things that I need to use as simple sweeteners will be not sugar. Also, when white flour is mixed with water, I think I remember in school they would give some flour and water, mix it and make a paste to make projects. So imagine when you consume that. So when that becomes a paste, you know what happens? It causes people to get fat. It causes digestive system, and it goes down to the metabolism system also. So the best are those that have not been processed, stripped of their fibers. Eat organic apples. Reminds me of the whole seeing an apple they keep the away. This whole thing is true for us today. Because apples are loaded with fiber and nutrients with healthy, no butcher, and it decreases our appetite. So eating an apple a day is good for the digestive system and controlling one's appetite. But it's down on there is eat only organic meat, poultry, and fish. That's what it covers. Whereas we are well aware that raw hormones are put into our meats and poultries, which causes weight gain. You know, I remember years ago, they would say, you know, our teenagers was developing so fast. Let's eat our poultry. Is glucose are injected to those animals or chickens so they can grow faster, and they call it mass production, but it's mass destruction. On the other, you turn it around, because we're not only getting fatter, but there's consequences that comes with it. So the best meat and poultry purchase and consume will be organic. Okay. Over and fish should not be caught raised fish caught in the ocean, lakes, or rivers. That's what is literally dairy products. So what's the dairy products?
I can't hear you well.
I'm not ice or nights. Dairy products should be labeled organic or raw. No, it's hard to find in the raw state, but you have to look around or use your best option. When it comes to losing weight, it is best to reduce your intake, no matter whatever you choose to buy. So the reason the majority of people is overweight is due to the liver being blocked. So check with your local food store or alternative health hair provider, products that is good for cleansing the liver. Next one, eat big. Well, eat big, huge salad and lunch and dinner. This big, huge salad should be eaten before indulging whatever else you choose to eat. The salad should consist of organic vegetables, drizzled with organic olive oil, fresh squeezed lemon juice, or organic vinegar. If you really want to speed up the process, if you wish to speed up the weight loss process, use organic apple cider vinegar. You can also add to taste organic sea salt, fresh ground pepper, or some garlic for taste. Next one is rebound. A rebounder or mini trampoline stimulates and is right in the body. So this 10 minutes on a rebounder can actually stimulate the lymphatic system and increase the system. So this procedure is very effective for health and weight loss. Next one on the list. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. Like,
We can't really hear you well.
yeah, right?
Yeah, it's squeaky. Squeaky. We can't hear you well, but no. Queen Tera King stated that we cannot hear you well. I myself, I can't.
I don't know the
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay. It is known that is a that things spicy will actually increase as well as some helping to burn pathway. So it will help you lose weight. So for those who know spicy food that burns, well, that will be right up our alley and helping us to maintain our weight. Also, use organic apple cider vinegar. Remember, organic apple cider vinegar has some magical properties that helps in eliminating fat cells from the body. So try taking a couple of teaspoons before every meal and see if those get bigger in time. This one is really not here, but oxygen burns. It is a known fact that most people do not breathe enough to stimulate their metabolism and the fat burning capabilities. So there's a great video that teaches breathing techniques that are simple to do that and help in losing weight fast. It's where magnetic rings. Now, there are magnetic finger based on each little finger of each hand. While sleeping can have an amazing results. And for more information, you can go to www.alexchuku.com. Definitely, economics interface. You have mentioned that time with it's process to make it easier for your body to assimilate the nutrients. This also reduces hunger. It increases the metabolism. Colonics allow the body to digest food faster so that it will not turn to will have muscle. Why? Because muscle burns fat. So when you add muscle to your exercise, your body metabolism increases. The best way to add muscle is by doing some yoga, Pilates, Chinese Kung Fu, or old-fashioned basic exercise. You know, like what you did it great. Elementary school, simple as that. The simple exercise. The next one is muscles. And I know this should be number one. But you know, some people think this is the hardest to do. Some people usually do 21 days religious fast with prayer for various reasons, even personal fast. So going on a proper juice fast for 21 days will completely detox the body. We flush out those fat cells and we set the body's weight. It's a classic way to lose weight. You spin the body's set point so that you will not gain the weight back. This should be done under supervision, depending on your medical condition. There is a book that will help you can understand more about fasting. In that case, The Miracle of Fasting by Pavel Pacheco. Now, she whenever you want. She whenever I want. It's better to eat something without guilt than to not eat something and feel bad about it. Sometimes you're diet and you go to someone they like, I'm not on a diet, you know, I don't want to break my diet, but I really want that piece of cake that you eat something delicious. Instead of you stressing yourself out about should I or should I not or can I or is it going to affect my diet? Just go ahead and have it. You know. So if you do decide to eat, how about store? Go to your local health food store or your local food store and get food products. This will give you the advantage to read the ingredients and make a wise decision and enjoy the treats without processing and chemicals and things. I mean, two snacks is really do so eliminate uncontrollable urge to eat when you are not hungry. Well, you know, according to Mr. Kevin, he cannot actually give us his opinion on how a person can eliminate addiction and uncontrollable urges to eat. But he can suggest with how to heal within, how to easily conquer fears, anxieties, and emotional distress. Doctor, it's just amazing, you know, these simple things that I mentioned with you, that I shared with you, can make a difference. And a good difference, a positive difference, a difference with confidence, a difference knowing that your body is being transformed in a natural way. You don't have to go and get a diet pill. You don't have to be on a special diet. You just have to know what you're putting in your body. You gotta be this, and you don't have to be full. You know, so a good way to get started from this list I shared with you is by picking one thing and do it for one day before adding another. But if you keep on doing it, it will become more normal, more natural. You will add them along the way. See, as you use. It's no fact. Americans are fat and not getting fat. It's time that we as people take charge and do what needs to be done. So we will not only look better, but we will feel better and will be healthier. And that's what we want for 2025. We want to be healthier. We don't want to be sick. We don't want to look sick. We don't want to feel sick. We don't definitely want to be sick. So it's my pleasure to share this with you. And I hope people, you know, is if you don't need it, share it with somebody that needs it. And or introduce them to some of the tips that can help them. And they're easy and they're simple and they are very effective. So I thank you for your listening ear. And this is JW. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen JW.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I really appreciate you. Unfortunately, we are having some problem with this sound. We can't really hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me well? Thank you. Thank you so much. First, I want to take this moment I want to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to each and everyone. Happy New Year, King Carlton. Happy New Year. I just want to say extraordinary mindset, Queen JW. I appreciate this mindset. I want to find out from all our brand ambassadors, our queens and kings. Please let me know if you have anything to say. Do you have any question? Please. Or do you have a statement about this mindset? Could you please raise your hands electronically? And I will be greatly for you. Or if you could please write it on the chat, I will read the question on the chat for Queen JW. Thank you so much. Queen JW, let me check it to find out if there is anything on. All right, King Dr. Derek, proceed, please.
Oh, I'm on the laptop. Not sure why nobody is. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if you could say that again.
Let me. You know why it's choppy?
Yeah, it's you're still coming in very choppy. So either you connect with a Ethernet cable straight into the modem plug-in instead of using Wi-Fi, or maybe use your phone. The phone takes less bandwidth, so quite possible. Because the lick that I heard and put one and one together, it seemed to be a very heavy duty message. So I wouldn't want persons not to get the full of this presentation. So if you could do one of those two. So that we can hear that heavy duty miss, because I'm not seeing Dr. Doris, so in a way, so we do have time. All right. So if you could come off, log out of your computer.
You hearing me better?
Oh, mercy. 300%.
1000%. Right. So
Hmm. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Take it away again.
And I was confused myself even though I came in late.
okay.
We're ready for you.
Okay.
Please proceed.
Thank you again so much for your patience. Thank you for even wanting to listen to this and but I know I was kind of choppy and I wasn't sure how I was coming off. But anyway, here I go again. Thanks again, Dr. Derek, for allowing me to speak on this platform. Thank you, Queen Dr. Benny. Happy New Year to everybody again. May God richest blessings shine upon each and every one of us. At the year 2025 be the best year ever. We're going to thank Mr. Ashmafara for taking us on this amazing journey and thank our Heavenly Father for making it all possible. I welcome you again, all brand ambassadors. Thanks for always showing up and supporting Deep Dive and the presenters. Thanks again. Yes, tonight I'm still going to be talking a continuation on how to lose weight effortlessly and keep it off. And I'm going to start by talking about no fast food or chain restaurants, because yes, it's nice to go out and have something great to eat and enjoy friends and family, and it's really awesome. But I know for a fact that the food, just like the supermarket, is no better in the restaurants. Unless you're going to a restaurant, and there are some restaurants that cater to healthy eating. So their menu is completely different. You're not going to find hamburgers and cheeseburgers and French fries. No, you won't find that. And that's in particular areas in particular states. Right? Those are people who decide that they do want to eat better and live a better, healthier life. So why? Because these foods are not organic. And number one, they are full of additives and preservatives. Simple as that. You cannot get away from that in the fast food because it's all about profit. So they buy this food in large bulks from the food industry and sell it at this high price. So this only aid in making people more hungry and fatter, while the owner pockets become wealthy with no regards to the health of the people. So you have to be careful the restaurants that you choose to go and eat. It's nothing better than making a homemade dinner and inviting your friends over and enjoying the time spent together and interacting with each other and relaxing on the couch after that lovely, delicious meal that is healthy. It's your choice. No fructose corn syrup. You know why? Because it's in everything. And that's why reading our labels are essential to us. It's not something that we could think about or we shouldn't do or I don't have time for. It's your health at stake. And nobody cares about it, and only you can. So high fructose corn syrup, which is a man-made sweetener, causes people to become fat and addicted to it. Almost all products are made with high fructose corn syrup as a main ingredient. The sweeteners used in foods that are produced naturally includes like organic honey or raw honey, organic molasses, organic fruit juice, organic dates, herbs, the stevia. It's a herb, not a sweetener, and evaporated sugar cane juice. That's why reading labels is essential, and if you can't pronounce it, don't buy it. No white sugar or white flour. Why? These things, white sugar, of course, white sugar is worse than cocaine. And we have heard that over the years. And it's the truth. And it's very highly addictive. And it causes havoc to our entire immune system. And most of all, it causes us to be fat. So it's a known fact that white sugar is worse than cocaine itself. In other words, white sugar is very addictive, while white flour is bleached and stripped of its fiber. Also, when white flour is mixed with water, it becomes a paste which causes people to get fat. It clogs up your digestive system and it slows down your metabolism system. So the best flours to use are those that have not been processed and stripped of their fibers. And you can get some of them out of your holy book, spelt flour, amaranth. Some people now use almond flour. So there's many flours that you can use that not bleach and stripped of their nutritional of the fiber that you need and the nutritional value that comes with it. Eat organic apples all day. This reminds me of the old saying, an apple a day, keep the doctor away. This old saying is true for us today also because apples are loaded with fiber and nutrients, which help in normalizing blood sugar and it decreases your appetite.
Okay.
So when you
You have
get
a new
those
plan?
cravings, just have an apple. You know, it's better than going to get a bag of chips or some ice cream. So eating an apple a day is good for the digestive system and in controlling one's appetite. Eat only organic meat, poultry, and fish for those that eat meat. If you're gonna eat meat, eat the best, eat what is correct. Well, as we all aware of the growth hormone that is put into our meats and poultry, which causes weight gain. And you can tell that from our youths, our young girls. They look like women before they even get to womanhood. And so they're being, you know, harassed or like they're big adults and they're not. They're a child. They have childlike mind. So they're really careful of things. The best meats and poultry to purchase and consume would be organic. Look for grass-fed beef, kosher, that have not been given a growth. As for fish, we should not eat farm raised. Farm raised is full of fats, unhealthy fats that cause and not only fats but bacteria. And if you never visit one of those farm raised, what you would call them? No, it's even on the label. It lets you know that they're farm raised and they have a code. They come with codes. So be careful on the fish that you buy. If it's not labeled in the wild or wild caught, leave it there. You can ask, but if it's not labeled, that means most likely it's not. And they can tell you anything at the counter. So be very careful. Organic is the best so far. And I guess the best is don't eat it at all. But if you have to eat it, try to eat organic or grass fed and so forth. Limit your dairy products. If you must eat dairy products, use organic products. Only that have not been pasteurized or homogenized. Dairy products should be labeled organic or raw. It's hard to find products, but they are out there. It takes some searching, especially on your Saturday morning. It's a good time to go to the farmer's market and ask questions or even Google. So that will help you to narrow down the sources that are out there that you can actually go and purchase these raw dairy products. So when it comes to losing weight, it's best to reduce your dairy intake, no matter whatever you choose to buy. Do a liver cleanse. That is important. Liver is very important. The reason majority of people is overweight is due to their liver being clogged. So check your local health food store or alternative health provider of products good for cleaning the liver. I think Daniel root I used to use to do a liver cleanse, and I think I got some other stuff in there. You know, you do your research and find the things that yourself. Eat big and huge salads at lunch and dinner. And let me tell you, a salad is it's filling and it doesn't bloat you. You don't feel sleepy and 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 disgusted that you like you overate and you know a salad makes you feel so good because it's God food too, you know? So this big huge salad should be eaten before indulging in whatever else you choose to eat. When you go for a dinner, you get a 3 course, your salad come first, and then the entry and your dessert or whatever. Well, the salad does the job. I'm telling you. So the salad should consist of organic vegetables and not drizzled with store-bought these salad dressings. You see so many of them. Let me tell you, keep it simple. Get you the right olive oil, number one, organic, extra virgin, okay? And it comes in a dark bottle, can not come in a light bottle, and it gotta have Edo or something like that. I don't, uh, when I buy it, that's when I go and look for these things. And you drizzle it with organic olive oil. Do a fresh squeezed lemon juice, and do fresh lemon that has seeds in it. Some of these lemons you pick up, they have no seed whatsoever. You don't know how they came about. We are a seed, and everything that God put on this earth came from a seed. So the seed must exist. And use organic vinegar. It is so delicious. You can put some oregano, you can make it up yourself and add some oregano and fresh garlic and all the good stuff to it to get it flavored. And if you wish to speed up the process of losing weight even faster, add some organic apple cider vinegar. You can add teaspoons of organic vinegar, and that will help. That will help you to lose the weight faster. Okay. We have rebound. Rebound is a mini trampoline. It stimulates and strengthens every cell in the body, and that's just for 10 minutes a day. On a rebounder can stimulate the lymphatic system and increase the metabolism system. And this procedure is very effective for your health and weight loss. So it will be a good investment and it's inexpensive. Add hot peppers. It is known, it's a fact that anything spicy or hot will increase your metabolism and help you to burn fat quicker. I remember when people usually go for surgery, they'll have them bring that cayenne, help burn the fat cells. So it will help you in losing weight more quickly. So why not try it? Use organic apple cider. Organic apple cider has some magical properties that help in eliminating fat cells from the body. So try taking a couple of teaspoons before every meal and see your clothes getting bigger in no time. Breathe. We might not be aware burn fat. It is a known fact that most people do enough to stimulate their metabolism and fat burning capabilities. So there are some great videos that teaches us how some breathing techniques that are simple and quick to do, and it helps in losing weight also. These are all things that help us to lose weight, and it's simple. That's what I love about all these little tips. Wear magnetic finger rings. You know, these magnetic rings is like a shield. It not only help in losing weight, but it also against magnetic forces. You know, because it helps you to be grounded actually. So wearing magnetic fingers on each little finger, you put one on each of your little fingers on each hand while sleeping can have amazing results. And for more information, you can go to www.alecchu.com. Next, you get the 15 colonics in 30 days. Talk about that some webinars back. And this process will actually clean the colon, making it easy for your body to assimilate the nutrients that you take in from the foods that we eat. And this then increases your metabolism because when this your metabolism is working correctly, no fat is stored. So you don't have this extra fat in your body and becomes extra weight, you know? So colonics allow the body to digest the food faster so that it will not turn into fat. Okay? Add muscle. Why? Because muscle again burn fat. So when you add muscle through exercise, your metabolism again increases. And the best way to add muscle is by doing some yoga. You can do some Pilates, Chinese Kung Fu, or just plain old fashioned basic exercise. Keep it simple. Fasting. This should be number one, but you know, for some people, including myself, it's the hardest to do. Now, some people usually do the 21-day fast, religious fast with prayer for various reasons, you know, even personal fasts. So going on a proper juice fast for 21 days will completely, not somewhat, not maybe, it says completely detoxify the body. It's going to flush out those fat cells. It's going to reset the body's weight set point. And this is the fastest way to lose weight and the most effective way in resetting the body set point so that you will not gain that weight back. And this should be done under supervision depending on your medical condition. You know, remember our Heavenly Father, our Savior, He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And you know who the father of lies, the angel of lies, come to try to tempt him because, you know, after 40 days and 40 nights, you be hungry. Some people be hungry before they even get started. But it's a great way to lose weight, but not only lose weight, you're detoxifying the body at the same time. So all those toxins you took in throughout 2024, you could throw them away and start afresh in 2025. Okay? So there's a book also that will help you in helping us to understand more about juice fasting, and that is The Miracle of Juice Fasting by Pablo Ariola. Okay? Cheat whenever you want. That sounds crazy, right? But why not? There's healthy treats out there. So you don't have to go to the store and get a bag of chips, get a bag of Lay's chips, and get ice cream that is artificial. How did it say? Naturally and artificially flavored. You see naturally and artificially flavored, you know that's a problem right there. Because what artificial means? It means not real. So why be deceived, misled, and picking up something that's telling you right in your face it's not healthy? But you know what? It's naturally and artificially made. So it's better to eat something without guilt than to eat something and feel bad about it. So if you decide to cheat, not buy products from the supermarket, go to your local health food store or whole food store and get organic products. This will give you the
advantage. Because you know why? You will be able to read the ingredients that's within their product. And not only that, you will be able to make a wise decision and enjoy the treats without all the processing and the chemicals that will make people fat or make us fat. And last but not least, reduce or eliminate uncontrollable urge to eat when you are not hungry. And of course, this is America, and you think you have speech, sometimes we don't because certain things you can't say. So, well, according to Mr. Kevin, he cannot actually give us his opinion on how a person can eliminate addiction and uncontrollable urges to eat. But he can suggest some books that will help. And one of them is The Healer Within and How to Instantly Conquer Fears, Anxieties, and Emotional Distress by Roger Callahan. Now, it's just amazing to know that these simple things can make such a big difference in each and every one of our lives. It's a good way to get started from this list I have shared with you. And it's only simple by picking one thing and do it for a day or a day or two before adding another. It's a known fact that Americans are overweight, obese, and it's not only America, it's actually globally. Because some countries, like been to Bermuda, they're not growing their vegetables and fruit. Their food is being imported from America. So when I went there, and I was like, what is the local dish? They didn't even have a local dish. I didn't see no fruits and vegetables being grown. It was very sad. So the best way to eat is organic or from your garden. Know the sources that you're getting these organic things from. Research, Google it, you know, find out what is the farmer's market, ask questions. And that's something we don't do enough of. We don't ask questions. I go to a restaurant, I ask, what do you have, you know, caught in the wild here? And then you see them all puzzled, running around, nobody knows anything. I just say, something, just give me a salad. I'm good. I could do a salad and feel good. So it is, we know that obese is an epidemic. We know that it's not healthy, but we also know that we got choices and we got options that we can do to help us to maintain our bodies. We can reset it, we can detoxify it, we can cleanse it, we can make it go back to the normal state of the way that we should be. Okay, so I thank you again for your listening ear, and I hope these tips I share with you will somehow help you to make better choices in this 2025 that is the year of fulfillment. Let's feel our health. Let that be one of them that we wish to be fulfilled is our health. Health is wealth, and let's take charge. Thank you so much. This is Jacqueline Warner, better known as JW, and I'm.
This is awesome. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I just want to thank Dr. Derry for making you to represent again. This time we can all hear her. Is it Queen Carlton? Yeah. Oh yes. Queen Teta King, thank you so much because you make us to understand that hey, she needed to redo it again. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Before I say anything, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all my queens and kings around the globe. This year is going to be different from last year. This year, you and I will smile, despite the fact that I smile every day. But you guys will smile. Amen. Because something is going to happen this year. Seriously. But before I proceed, I want to take this special moment to thank our Heavenly Father for each and everyone this evening. You guys notice that some of our people left the world, but God allowed you and I to be here this evening. We are here for a reason. Guess what? We are. It's because God said, hey, I want you guys to stay. But those who have gone, it was time because some of them, they have been here for quite some time. Jimmy Carter is gone, right? Our president is gone. He was 100 years old. I mean, at least there are a lot of them who left last year, but we are here. I just want to thank God that I'm able to see each and everyone this evening. There are a lot of webinars that you guys were supposed to attend, but you decided to come and see Queen JW. You guys wanted to listen to her mindset. Because, by the way, our CEO make us to understand that mindset is very important. And to tell you the truth, to Derek, our king, he does not play when it comes to mindset. That is why Queen JW is here. People may not understand why Queen JW is presenting or this mindset when it comes to health. She's doing this because she's trying to prepare us that when we start receiving this pulse, we will be able to enjoy it, right? Because after you take good care of yourself by eating organic food, then you will look younger and happier and you will live longer. I believe I'm right, isn't it, Queen JW? All right. Anyway, Queen JW, I want to let each and everyone understand that JW says something about organic apple cider. That is very important that we should be taking organic. And she also mentioned something about white sugar. That white sugar, white flour. You know, you did not know that they bleach white flour. I didn't. And if she did not come and mention it to all of us, we will keep on utilizing white flour, white sugar. And that is why sometimes I try to make a lot of people to understand that, hey, it's better for you guys. Create time to come and attend webinar. At least once a week, if you can. We do have 7 days now. At least create time so that you can come and listen. Health is very important. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Thank you. And then you make us to understand that we should try to eat grass-fed food, right? We should not
Yes.
eat. We should not eat farm fish. Queen JW, I am not lying to you. I do eat salmon.
Hey. Yep. Look at that. Wow. Okay, that can't come fast enough. Oof. He helped us. We're back. I think something was going on today anyway. It was very choppy. You sounding good now, Dr. Derek. I don't know. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
I hit okay.
Queen JW.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Zoom. I was just trying to say something good and then Zoom just pissed me off.
Yep.
Ah, anyway, we talked about the white sugar and the white flour. And you say that a lot of people, sometimes fast food is not good.
Nope.
And whenever you go to a restaurant, make sure you ask questions.
Yes, according to what you purchasing or what you're going to eat, you know, find out if farm raised is caught in the wild. Ask questions. I ask questions, and if they don't have anything, instead of walking out, just give me a salad, and I'll be satisfied.
Well understood. I leave with some important message that you have given to us. Does anyone have any question? Please raise your hands electronically and ask some questions if you don't understand, so that Queen JW, because it's our health, right? Your health is very important. So I am waiting to hear from you guys. But apart from that, I want to take this special moment to thank our God, because despite the fact that
There's something in the chat also, Dr. Benny, about um someone losing a loved one to this morning. I think it's Rosanna Abadu.
Queen Dr. Derek, I am not a co-host. Queen Dr. Nadu is at the door. Could you please bring her in? Derek, you said the YouTube is not working. Could you please turn on the YouTube?
Yeah, Dr. Benny, there's a lot of buffering on YouTube.
No, Dr. Derek is the host. No problem. Thank you. I don't mind. I'm just excited about this presentation. Excited, right? Queen Sharon, are you excited about this mind
Oh,
spin?
wait to hear Jacqueline speak about the truth about what's going on with our food. This is because it's gotten so bad. Not a people even pay attention. And even the ones that, there are a lot of ones out there that, I try to speak to and they don't believe. So, what you can do, all you can do is try to educate them and hope that they listen. But I mean, there's all over YouTube and Instagram, so people trying to let you know, like even foods and stuff that you used to eat when you were growing up that we, like lost all ate when we were kids, for example, like Fruit Loops cereal and that different certain cereals that are no good. They're terrible, terrible foods that we should not be eating. And try to explain that. And cereal's gotten really expensive too. For you. Everything is bad, and you wonder why we're losing a lot of people to cancer. Is two reasons. One, sugar, that's pretty much the number one killer, and too many people have a lot of sugar in their diet, especially children these days. Like you shouldn't introduce your kids to sugar from the time that they're born. I mean, I've seen a 2-year-old with no teeth, and that's because, from the time she was born, she was eating a lot of candy and stuff like that. And there's a lot of, you even have to you even have to read the back of candy labels these days, which you never used to have to do. Like the red dye 3, like that's really bad for you. And that's a killer and causing cancers and a lot of health issues. Like there's so many things, and that's what it is that there's a lot of things that we've been eating all this time and didn't really pay attention. And those things were bad back then, but they're 10 times worse today. And there is, Sister Jacqueline was saying an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Even I remember just after COVID, I got an apple and I got busy and I forgot to eat it. And like 2-3 hours later, this apple was not turning brown, and that made me go, what's up with this apple? Ask me if I did not leave that apple sit on the plate for a week and a half before it started to turn brown. So you got to be very careful on what you eat. And they're even trying to, because they know so many people are paying attention to their health and are paying attention to what they're eating these days, that when you have to be careful. You have to trust the people that you're buying it from, the store that you're buying it from, and trust that, their farmers that they're getting it from is giving you. And buy local if you can as well. And you just got to trust, even they tell you look for certain numbers to be organic. But like I said, because so many people are turning to organic, poisoning some of the organic stuff. So it's really, really hard today to figure out what you can eat and what you can't eat. That's why I love when Sister Jacqueline comes on and tries to educate us and let us know about all these things that we should be looking out for and what you shouldn't be eating. And bread is like, bread is poison now too. Like you got to be careful when you buy bread. I bought a loaf of bread and it was nice and fresh and everything. And then, I know I forgot about the loaf of bread that I bought after eating like a couple of slices out of it. A week and a half later, it was just as fresh as when I bought it. Now, growing up, bread used to turn green, right? And as we were growing up, the elderly would say, "Oh, that's penicillin. It's good for you." And I'm like, "I ain't eating no green bread." I don't care if it's penicillin or not. I am not eating no green bread. Well, what happens with today's breads, and I can't remember what it is. It's something in the flour that they're putting into the flour to make it last longer, and still it turns, except that it doesn't turn green. And if you look very, very carefully, you'll see like little white crystals on it. And that's what's supposed to be the green stuff, but it's something else, which is our grandparents and our elderly would not allow us to eat that because that is poison. So like pretty much almost everything you can think of that you eat today is free. So everything in moderation, and just be careful what you eat. The meat is poisoned, with steaks and stuff like that. They're putting in glue. It's called meat glue. and they put pieces together to make it look like a nice big steak. And meanwhile, there's glue in it. And if you don't eat meat that often, it's still going to harm you, but not as bad as if you eat it all the time. And the more you consume, the more your health is going to be in effect. So, like, there's just so many things out there, and there are stuff out there that it says organic, but you should also do your research before you eat it to make sure that there's no GMO in it, because so they say it's organic, but how are they raising them? So grass fed. Okay, like I had questions of the grass fed even. So how are they growing the grass? Is the grass grown with GMO seeds? So you gotta look out for for things like that. Free range can mean that they're in a cage running around, and they call that free range, but the cage could be as big as a dog kennel. And they can have like 100 chickens in that little dog kennel, and they'll call that free range. So you just got to be careful on where you buy and how you buy, and read the labels and understand the labels. If there's too many ingredients and the words are too long that you can't even pronounce the words, then it probably means you should stay away from it. You want to look for something that doesn't have as many ingredients, and you want to be able to understand what those ingredients are. Otherwise, stay away from it. Doctors don't like when you tell them that you're taking vitamin C and that you're taking vitamin D, because those are two things that will keep you healthy. And doctors do not want you to consume, because then they can't make money off of you in the future. And so I love when Sister Jacqueline comes on, because she always has a lot to say. I don't always comment or say anything, because sometimes I get really mad. It's like, I'm like, go ahead, Sister Jacqueline, you tell them. And I'm like, okay, shut your mouth. We're, like I said before in another webinar, like, we're screaming live. And I don't want, for us to, like, not that we can get in trouble, but there's no such thing as freedom of speech anymore, is what I'm saying. And by giving us freedom of speech and by speaking the truth, social media targets you just because you're speaking the truth and because you're letting people know the real deal, and you're trying to help people and educate people on what's really happening with our foods and our water and that. So, so I'm very, very careful on what I say, and I try not to say too much. I say more when we're, when we stop recording and going live, then I usually have a lot more to say. So on that note, Sister Jacqueline, thank you for inviting us on all this beautiful food. Sorry, I'm not turning on my camera today, but I'm not as cute as I could be. Cheers to you guys.
Thank you, thank you, Queen Sharon. Appreciate you. You're right. There's nothing like speech.
Nope, they're taking away that pretty much everything that we've been told that is for us, and it's just going to get worse. You think it's bad now? It's just going to get worse. And digital passports are trying to force on us, and that's a thing that we have to be careful with digital passports. And I heard in the U.S. that they're going to start chipping us like dogs, basically. So like when a baby is born, they're automatically, and that's and that's something that parts of the world have already done. Other people are using like tattoo, and because we are in a digital world, and like I said, AI is great, but it's also scary. Hands, they can do a lot of damage. And the foods that we're eating, and that, like, too, like, just gotta be careful. You can't trust anything or anybody these days. Like, it's just, I'm gonna shut up now, because I can just keep going, and I'm just gonna get I'm gonna get mad.
It's true.
Yes, I said to Sister Jacqueline.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I just took a drink of water.
It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. They're making plastic meats. They're making eggs that hasn't been hatched by chickens. It's really
And and also with eggs too, like so I try to grow buy organic, but I also make sure that it's non-GMO. But I don't eat a lot of eggs, so I only buy like be careful because I test every egg before I eat it. And so how you can test the egg if it's any good is you put it in water, and if the water, if the egg goes all the way down to the bottom, that means that it's fresh. If it goes halfway up, it means that you better eat it quickly because it's getting ready to swallow. If it floats up the top, it's garbage. Don't open it. Don't eat it. And you'd be surprised on how you buy 12 eggs. There's always like one or two of them that are already spoiled.
wow.
Say it again. If you buy egg,
You buy
Yes.
some eggs. When you buy eggs, before you cook them, each egg before you cook, take it out of the container, get a glass of water in the water. The egg goes down to the bottom, it's fresh and ready to eat. If it's halfway up, so it goes up, it's not as fresh, it's almost ready to go. You better eat it sooner because maybe tomorrow it might not be good. And if you go straight to the top, not fresh at all. It's you throw it in the garbage.
Wow.
And I do it with every egg that I eat, and there's always one or two of them that is already garbage. And then when you think about it, they collect the eggs, right? They collect them and they collect them from different chickens and that, and then they put them in the container for sale and that. So they're bound to get, some that's not as fresh as others. It makes sense.
Wow. Thank you so much for that tip there.
You're welcome. Like I said, I don't eat a lot of eggs, and like I'll buy eggs, and I'll be like, okay, how long have I had them for? And I used to just throw them out. Like, okay, well, I don't know how long I had them, but I've had them for more than like 2 weeks. So they must be garbage, and I would just throw them out. Like I wouldn't even open them because no one likes the smell of rotten eggs, right? And then I found out how you can test to see if it's fresh or not. And
Oh,
so I don't waste as much money, and that's what I do now.
That is why I keep telling people that if you at least attend a webinar, you learn something for 10 minutes. I did not know about this egg.
neither did I.
Does it mean I have to put it in a glass, or can I just put it inside glass?
No, glass because you can see it. That's why I just use glass because I can see it, right? You can see through the glass. But you can put it in a cup too. And like I said, if it goes straight to the bottom, it's fresh, good to go. Halfway up, you should eat it soon. To the top means that it's already done.
Mm.
Okay. If I may ask, when it comes to this egg, well, let's say if it's good. Is fish egg
So
okay.
don't use vegetable oil. And we know we all grew up with vegetable oil, but today if you learn about vegetable oil, it's the worst thing for you. It's your arteries, it's poison. The only way I use vegetable oil is if I'm cleaning my grill. Like before I put meat in the grill, right down grill so the meat don't stick. But other than that, I don't use vegetable oil for anything. So eggs is and eggs is just one of those things that you don't want to eat too much of them either. But it's like everything, you don't really want to eat much of it. Don't really want to eat much of it. So yeah. Answer to your question, I say fried things are worse than anything. I like my eggs fried. I'm like really picky. Like I don't really like the yolk. So I'm gonna use it. I have to take the baby out, the little membrane there. I can't eat that. And when I see that little thing, my sister spoiled that for me. when I was younger. Oh, I don't want to eat the baby, you know. It's like, so now every time I make an egg, I got to make sure that's out. And I like my egg fried because I like cheese omelets and stuff like that. I don't really like boiled eggs. And
Oh, all right.
I like
Thank
poached
you.
eggs. Poached
Thank-
eggs are good.
Thank Yes, please. Thank you so much, Queen Sharon, for sharing. We really appreciate you. Let me allow Queen Madeline to say something to us.
Oh, can I just say one more thing about cooking?
Yes, go ahead.
And you know those frying pans that non-stick frying pans.
Yeah.
Those are no, I got a set for my birthday and I love them and I use them like so much because I just like they're so good, you know, fry something on the stove for a bit and then you just throw it in the oven and that. Well, I couldn't figure out for like months last year, for like at least 6 months last year. I kept getting dizzy spells and I kept feeling sick and I like a cold and stuff like that. And then I learned 3 months ago, I guess it was, I learned that that's probably what's making me sick. That's probably what's making me have these dizzy spells and that. And I stopped using them, and none of those symptoms I have had. So don't use them. And if your frying pans are wearing down and that you know, and the Teflon is going off it, throw it out and get yourself a new frying pan because all that stuff is poison too.
Thank you.
And I thought the nonstick pans were great. I just love them. You see them on the cooking shows all the time. Fry them up on top and stick it in the oven.
Okay.
And, you know.
Thank you. I mean, thank you, Queen JW. I know you come back again next week for more. We are waiting for you. Thank you.
Hello, good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Point and point again with all that I think. Oh my God, I gotta share something with you guys. Being right, I'm in Guyana.
Oh,
This reminds me of when I was smart. Oh my God, look at this. It's wondered about everything. So fresh and crispy. The seasoning, the herbs. I'm like, oh God. So what you're saying, we got the thing that God has provided for us from the earth. I go through the where they sell the fish, and you should see the fresh fish that's just coming from the sea. I'm like, oh, the cow meat, the meat. They have it slaughtered and hanging up. You just call for what you want. And oh my God, I was in pig heaven for the new year.
yep.
That presentation is always a good time. Queen, what's her name again?
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Queen Sharon, you're giving away your age, girl. Where your egg out in the water. That all I know that she is so true. And I quite agree with her. Up to today, if I'm going to I got two little eyes, and everybody go, why do you keep taking them out? I said, because that's why I was raised. I'm not supposed to eat them. But boiled eggs, Dr. Benny, is preferred in today's day and age. So, like I said, I have no questions. I just had to chime in my little thank you. Thank you, thank you. And a happy new year to everyone. We're going to have a fruitful, a prosperous, and a flavored, full new year. And we're all going to be happy. And we all are ready to receive it. Receive it.
Yes, indeed, I receive it.
So much,
Thank you
Sister.
so much.
Yep.
I just want to say, I just want to say that, you know, we can grow and we can grow our own, which that's what we should do. But don't forget that they drop chemtrails in the sky. So all that stuff that they're dropping is one, they're destroying our soil.
Yeah.
Our soil eventually, if we don't take control and somehow create our own soil, it's just going to be dust. I'm the type a girl that I always stop to smell the roses. Can I tell you, I haven't smelled hardly any roses smell anymore. And lilac, I used to love stopping and smelling a lilac tree. They don't even smell anymore. Our bees and our butterflies, their job is to go around and pollinate so we can get more fruits and vegetables. That's what the job, but they can't smell it because there's no smell. And there's no smell because of the chemtrails dropping all that. Look at Brother Carlton. He's like looking.
Yeah, but then Sister Sharon, a lot of places where we live, back in the it's built of sand. So for you to get dirt, you have to go buy that thing that they're selling at Home Depot or those stuff. The purpose.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what we do, you go plant something outside or you make a little box. It's full of sand or it's so hard you can't get the earth dig. It's all sand. It's build up land. So
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
when you get it, there's like plastic and all kinds of stuff when they sell you that stuff. And same with what's it called? I just lost my train of thought. When you put all your fruits and vegetables and you make your own, what's it called? Sister Jacqueline? Compost. Don't buy compost. Make your own compost. Here in Canada, we have our recycle bin, our garbage bin, and our blue bin, which is for paper and waste and stuff like that. And they changed it years ago for us to put everything, all our scraps, inside the compost bin. Now, all scraps aren't good for compost. I'm sorry, but all scraps are not good for compost. So they say to make your own compost. I even seen a video where one lady just automatically in her garden, she's just like buried everything like this and that. She just put it right in the garden. And so we have to make our own compost because when you buy compost these days, like I said, there's plastic in it, there's that, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know. You could be getting remains of an animal or something in there. Like you just don't know what you're getting anymore. You just gotta be careful, like, because there's so much crap out there that this is what we're forced to do these days, and it's just going to get worse. Okay, it's going to get worse because the government is on a mission. And I don't know why I thought about this in my 20s, but in my 20s, I thought that, I don't know why, but I thought, you know what, this world is really cruel. One of these days, it's just going to be the rich and the poor, and they are going to cut out middle class. And I don't even know why I thought that back in those days. But look, that's what's happening today. That's what our do. They're trying to cut middle class.
Well, Queen Sharon, why don't you prepare a presentation for all this?
Because if I do a presentation for all this, I would like it to be on All Connected. I wouldn't want it to go live because
Put on your eyeglasses.
No, but when I do speak, and I don't want it to affect the deep dive, because like when you do speak out against what's happening in the world, the government, social media will target you. They will target, and so that's why I don't speak that often. There are a couple of webinars that I do go on that it's freedom of speech, and they don't care if the government targets them because they're going to put out the truth, in general. So I don't like to. I'm already being attacked. I'm attacked on social media for two reasons. One, and I told Dr. Derek when I first met him that I'm a freedom fighter, and I believe in saving the world for the children of tomorrow, and this and this and this. And he's like, I don't know anything about freedom fighter, and that. And he's like, but he just met me, and I'm like, okay, he probably thinks I'm a whack job. But yeah, so and then on passive too, because social media does not want on passive to launch, and they don't want, they're afraid of on passive. So for those two reasons, my business account, my Valley View business account, my feed is pushed so far down, it's not even funny. Hard to get exciting words and stuff like that. And I have a Freedom Fighter page. I have 2 on passive pages, plus my Valley View page. My cat has her own little
No
Instagram
problem.
page. So, and every one of them are being target right now because I speak the truth for one, and I am involved in on passive. So we got to be careful what we say when we say it live. And we can talk about this after we stop the live recording.
Yes,
And
let's talk about it. Yes, let's just end it so that Queen doesn't proceed.
Okay.
Yes, we can talk. We can talk about it later. After just say of Derek's thing, because I need to ask Queen JW to ask to talk about her closing remarks. But before I say that, I just want to thank you, Queen Sharon and Queen Madeline. Thank you for your support.
Happy New Year, Queen.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, Queen JW, before you talk, give your closing. Just to understand, you said something about cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
That it helps you to lose weight.
Yeah.
Do you warm water and add something else with the cayenne pepper in order to drink, or it's just
No, you can use it. You can either use the capsules or you can use the pure cayenne pepper. You could put it in a half a glass of water, maybe a teaspoon, and you could drink it that way if you want. But for the people who use it for surgery, because when they have to lose weight, pass, then they have to drink the cayenne pepper in a warm glass of water.
is it like every day? Oh,
Well, that will be every day because they were about to have surgery and they need to lose weight.
okay. Another thing you talk about is like the organic vinegar.
Yes.
Oh, do
The
you think
apple
like
cider.
you drink it every day with
Yes.
like a teaspoon? Or
For every meal. And it also gives you energy.
All right. I want this is very important, and you make us to understand about the salad that is better to
Yes.
salad
Yes.
because it might when you eat the salad you might even get fuller, so there's no need to eat food.
Yep.
Is that
Yeah, you get full too, but there's antioxidants and all kind of things in the salad already, and it doesn't cause any bloating, you know, and it's healthier. Feel sluggish, like the Queen Dr. Doris will say, when we overeat, that's what happens. We don't feel you don't have a good feeling. You feel we didn't even eat. So the salad is good, and then you could add things to your salad also. You can make a chicken salad if you want a chicken breast salad or whatever you want to put in it. But if you just use vegetables, that's good. Because I remember Queen Dr. Doris saying, don't mix. So if it's going to be a vegetable, let it be vegetable. I always add like avocado. I add the sweet peppers, you know, lettuce, not iceberg lettuce for sure. Don't use that. That is no good. And you can add spinach if you want, even though they say it's hybrid. If you like spinach, I don't use
Kale.
but the tomatoes, you could put kale, you could put collard greens, it's so much things you can add to a salad to make it tasty. Peas, put tails, you could do so much. You could put raisins, cashews, whole cashews, not roasted cashews. No nuts should be roasted. In the shell is best, you know. There's a lot of things that we was doing before that we still because of convenience, but convenience kill. It's good and bad and everything, and we just got to keep that concept that God is speaking. There's good and bad in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we got to keep in mind that, you know what? Yes, there's a lot of apples in the store, but which ones are good and which are bad? And if you have to go to an apple orchard to get your apples, go there. Ask do you know, I went and I say tell my daughter, well, ask the people if they use pesticides. She said, Mommy, most likely they probably do. But ask the question and let them stumble to answer, and then you will know if they're honest or not. We're not asking questions. We're going to the
Mhm. Also, Dr. Benny and Sister Dr. Benny and Sister Jacqueline, if you want to lose weight or gain weight when you're eating meats and stuff, just have a chicken with salad. No potatoes, no base, nothing, just salad and chicken, because our body breaks down things differently. And me, I have problems not losing weight. And so I talked to so many different people and they told me, Sharon, it's the same if you want to lose weight, have what you're eating and have a salad and make sure it's a nice healthy salad. And also about salad too. Salad is also a what's the word I'm looking for? It helps you relax. It helps you relax and it makes you sleep. You ever go to a party and stuff like that? They always bring out the late night snacks. Always includes a salad. And why do they have salad?
well,
So they break a salad and have people eat salad because then
Thank
they
you so
eat it
much.
because there's something in the
that
lettuce
got
and
to be
stuff that
something in there to make them sleepy now.
exactly. I watched that, but I heard that long
Thank
time
you
ago.
so much, Queen Sharon. At this moment, I want to really thank them again for your support, but I want Queen JW to give us her closing remarks, please.
I just want to thank you, Queen Dr. Benny, for allowing me to speak, talk to Dr. Derek and the brand ambassadors, you know. Basically, it's time for us to and it's now. It's not later. Too much things are happening. Too much people are dying. We're going home. We're not being called home. It's different. You know, Jimmy Carter, our president, he was called home. You know, but a lot of us have left this. A lot of people have left this earth. Was they went home because either cancer or dialysis machine, and that's it. The diabetes, and so many other chronic diseases have taken people. Sometimes not even their own because of the medication, because of the food, the chemicals, the additives. Our forefathers and our ancestors ate some of the same food, and they never reaped the havoc we're reaping today. Because at that time, the focus was not profit. The food industry did not get greedy. The FDA was not passing and allowing companies to put hundreds of chemicals besides the ones that's listed on the labels. We have been deceived. We have been misled. And our Heavenly Father talk about that. He talk about how we will be deceived, how we will be misled. We was forewarned, but we get caught up in this world. And we're not prepared for the kingdom come. Because you know what? We're caught up. We love convenience. Microwave. Get a toaster oven. Everything I shared with you, some of it, probably that's why my views are down, like Sharon said. But it doesn't matter because you know, right? I'd rather die for something than to die for nothing. We keep on taking the little vessel that God gave unto us so freely for granted. It's time for us to take charge. We're not guinea pigs. When God speaks of his people, his children, he don't talk of us as guinea pigs. He talks of us that we're wonderfully made. We're in his image, in his likeness. We are blessed. We are favored. Well, learn to take control of our health. You know, there's a lot of people all over the world in different countries that have taken charge. If you look at some of those Asian people that lives in the wild, in the forests, they eat off the land. They have no psychiatrists. They have no doctors. You know, they have no pesticides. They don't have a thing to worry about. And they're healthier than us that have all this convenience and luxury. And at the end of the day, our health subsides it all. And we lay there sickly, awaiting death. Because you know what? We didn't take heed when we had the opportunity. We didn't make a decision. We didn't seek to see if there's other option. My heavenly Father said, my people perish because of lack of knowledge." You think he's just talking about the word? He's talking about all aspects of life. And so we got to start taking charge. We got to read our labels. We got to see. So I'm not putting that in my cart. My shopping cart is, I can walk around with a little basket. You pick up vegetable fruits. I go to the fish market and I buy my fish. I get my eggs from a local farmer. I eat from my garden figs, plantain, sugar apple, sour sop. I said I will even eat the grass if I have to, because I know it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. They're making all raw honey that is artificial. They're making artificial meat. They're making Go into the lion's den and see if he's going to bite you. Figure that out. Let me tell you, take charge of your health. If you want longevity, if you want to be around to help Mr. Ash Forest uplift humanity, if you want to have a legacy left for your grandchildren and your children's children and generations to come, it's hard out there. And it's not going to get easier. And our food is not going to get better. Because we cannot beat the FDA. If you read their horror stories, you will say, they're definitely not for us. And there's horror stories out there. You might not be aware of it, but it's a lot been said on YouTube all over the world. Health is at the top line. So it's up to you to make that choice.
And that's just it. Sister Jacqueline, you're right. They're not hiding it from us anymore.
Nope.
But you know what? By law, they have to tell us, and how they've been telling us for the last whatever 50, 100 years. And they've been telling us through commercials, through movies, through TV shows. That's how they've been telling us.
Yeah.
Imprint. You know the word imprint? It's imprinting on us. So they've been telling us for years that this is happening. Watch The Simpsons. Watch a bunch of shows. They've been telling us for years. All this stuff that's happening in the last 4 or 5 years it's been in the making forever.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen Sharon.
Thank you so much, Queen Sharon, Queen Jacqueline
Thank
Warner.
you, Sister
Thank
Jacqueline.
Thank you for your closing remarks.
Yes, indeed.
I will ask Dr. Derek to close the YouTube. And so, because I need Queen Dr. Nadu to proceed with the after party. King Dr. Derek, are you available, please? It's time for Queen Dr. Nadu. Please.
Cool. Yes.